Odisha, they try to call Khyana Prabha, and here people call me Mita. And it is a difficult situation for me to handle both. Okay, so now just cutting this very short, this is the story behind my name. Now I'm just going to divide my entire speech into 4 sections. First, I'll be telling something about me, my journey, and my company background. Second, since I am the business owner of a tech company, I would like to say something how digitization, because if you all say now digitization is the major agenda, everybody, government is trying very hard to put digital, to convert everything into digital channel, and they are doing everything. So being the business owner of a digital company, my main focus will be how digitization help women empowerment. And here I'll be covering what are the challenges women face, how digitization helps overcoming those challenges, and creating more and more scope of entrepreneurship. Third, I'll be sharing how I can be of, if I can be of little help to those who are struggling right now, those also who are budding entrepreneurs, how I can be of help to them. Lastly, there are some things I also like to highlight about OCF, how this platform is helpful to the women entrepreneur, everybody involved here. So just coming back to the first point, my name is Kyanaprabha Mahapatra. It's my good name, and Mita is my nickname. I'm the first generation entrepreneur, CEO, co-founder of a tech company, Smart Infologics, headquartered at Mumbai. It's been more than 8 years now we have started Smart Infologics, and we have only started with software development. Now in these 8+ happy years, we can say we are now an end-to-end digital solution provider. We are helping various world-recognized brands to navigate through their digital transformation journey. Our digital solution, it's not exact, not only recognized brands, definitely these are big brands. Also, we work with startups, SMEs, as well as Fortune 500 companies to help their people at the right time with the right platform, right technology. So converting everything to digitization is our strength, and R&D is also one of our core strengths. By now, we have deployed hundreds of digital solutions, and our client retention rate is more than I'm feeling a little bit, happiness inside me saying this. Our client retention rate is more than 96%. During the early days, when we started with the company, 2013, some clients we have started with them from that time, and they are still continuing with us. Because that one success mantra that we follow, client success is our success. When they are happy, we are happy. So, and my entire team is focusing on this only. We don't rest until our client's problem is solved. Here, I'd like to just cite about one example. It was from the beginning day, the year of 2013, end of 2012, where we are preparing to register the company and all. One of our client called at the mid of the night. Mita, I'm facing a deep trouble in my server, and I think some data problem is there. And in the mid of the night, I asked my other partner, could you please look into this? And he saw, and then it was a database related something problem was there. And my expertise lies in that area. He told that you can see what are the problems are there. And the whole problem actually persisted for 4-5 days. And these 4-5 days, hardly I got to sleep about 1 hour, 2 hour like this. In the 4-5 days, we could completely recover the data, and our client also got happy. And that was after doing 4-5 days of sleepless nights, days, when our client felt happy. At that time, I told no, then I did something good, because my client is happy and I am happy. And this has been the success mantra at Smart Infologics. And being into the leadership position, I am also the CEO of the company. My entire team actually follows this. Whether it's night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, out of business hour, if we get a call from our client success team is always 24/7. They are equipped to support our clients. With hundreds of digital solutions, we provide to a large portfolio of clients, not only in India, but to a large global portfolio. And we have successfully created some nice 4-5 platforms, technologically very advanced platforms. Just I'm going one by one, sort brief about those platforms. Maybe if OCF allows me, then I will be taking one session on those platforms Today, I'll be just giving a little bit brief about them. One is into the education domain, which is the e-learning platform. You all might be knowing during this COVID period, education has shifted completely to a new normal. Now, education is online. Offline education is like nobody can even think of. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 years, where kids are also facing problem, parents are not feeling very, they are feeling when they are sending their kids, they are like inside a fear is there. So online education is everything. On that regarding, we have a very nice e-learning platform which takes care of how teachers can teach their students. Yeah, coaching centers can provide coaching to their students. And that then after the coaching, the second thing is how to access. So it completely takes care of online exam portal as well. And the third thing is after the assessment, certification also we provide. So this e-learning platform takes care of completely education, examination, and certification. This is a very nice platform. I can take a complete webinar describing this. Second is, Anjali ma'am already described, it's into the healthcare domain. It's a IoT driven platform. And the main use case in the healthcare sector, remote patient monitoring. What do we do? Remote patient monitoring, how we do this? Actually, during this time when we all are afraid and sitting at our home, not going out, but then doctors, paramedical staff, they need to go out. Even just yesterday night, I just spent whole night. I think around 5 o'clock, I got to sleep. Some of my relatives at Bhubaneswar, they were struggling with, they were not getting beds. And then I talked to one company. I had asked him also to join. I don't know whether they have joined or not. It's a healthcare company. They're providing paramedical staffs. And then I asked them, please deploy somebody. But the patient was having a saturation level of less than 71. So with very difficulties, we got to arrange a bed at some hospital emergency ward. And even now also my phones are on because I'm getting, in that family, 3 very aged persons are COVID infected and they are very close to me. So I'm just giving them support. So in this situation, when I say doctors are also, sometimes doctors are not available, only paramedical staffs are there, some ventilator operations staffs may not be equipped with. So to handle those kind of situation, if say we deploy this IoT platform, it's all about sensors and devices. You all might be knowing oximeters. Right now, it's like everybody's home, there are oximeters. That oximeters, some oximeters are Bluetooth enabled oximeters. If that is put on patient's hand and our system is connected to it, then we can, means doctors can actually remotely, they can see the vitals. They can continuously monitor. Even there are some various other medical devices are there, which are Bluetooth enabled. And with this, we can remotely actually monitor one patient. We can read the vitals. Accordingly, we can guide, means doctors can guide them what are the steps you need to take now. And there is certain more to that also. Even we can initiate controls, initiate actions, how to perform some of the devices. So this is a purely useful use case during this difficult time, pandemic situation. In a Hyderabad-based company, Hyderabad-based hospitals, already we have implemented this. This use case is going on. As I told last time also, we would like to work with this in the government level so that more and more hospitals, more and more technology company also, they should get benefit out of it. Third is, this is also one IoT sector, IoT based platform, which is smart energy monitoring. Energy right now, the world energy is the most, it is getting depleted. We have to save the energy. So to create a sustainable environment, we have to monitor energy. We have to use efficiently energy. On that regarding, we have a very nice platform, which is smart energy monitoring. That part also, for both those two use cases, we want to work with governments. In some cases, we have already deployed, and people are large factories. They are also getting benefit out of, means they are cutting up their energy usage to 50%. In that, they are also increasing their ROI in that sector. Fourth is one, ma'am, it is up to your sector, not exactly your sector, digital payment domain. We are working with some fintech clients, and we create their digital platforms from the scratch, where they are able to, might be, I think, ma'am, you will be able to, I think if I say some words, micro ATM, Aadhaar enabled payment, all those things are digital payment sections, and we are the creator of that platforms. this is a very good thing to make rurals, means village peoples or something where they don't have even accounts. Sometimes some people, they don't have accounts, but they work here in the remote area. How they can transfer money to their natives who are at village. So those platforms are very much helpful there to bridge their gap from a metro to where they are working. Even in last COVID also, there is a lot of crisis happen in that sector. People are working here and they were not able to touch go there. So a lot of things were there. And this platform, actually, this is not this platform we are not providing, but we are related to fintech domains. We work with them in creating their platform. We have got vast experience in there in creating financial payment, digital payment platforms. Then for fifth one is the ERP, that everyone who is into business, they must be aware of this term ERP, Enterprise Resource Platform. SAP or SAP system, everybody might be knowing, which is worldwide. But that is the thing, is that big businesses can use, they can use ERP, SAP. But in our India, SME sector is a major sector. And we believe ERP should be the basic right of every company. You think about the day when email was not there and Google came into picture and they invented email. Now you think how each and every person, starting from a student, a kid, is having email now. And business, so definitely they would be having. It is like the basic right of human being now. Like food and inhabitant, clothes, emails are the basic right. Like this, we want every company to having ERP as the basic right. Without an ERP, definitely you can run business, but without ERP, you cannot actually think of a scalable business. Without automation, if everywhere human beings are involved, then system cannot be scalable. So that is why we think, that part also, enterprise resource planning, that should be the basic right of every company to help this world, to help India in taking digital field. Because right now in this fourth revolution of industrial revolution, this is digital. And to facilitate digital, we are already well equipped with technology and well equipped with platforms. Next is, yes, ma'am, you want to say something?
No, sorry. I thought you were done. Maybe another minute or so. Thank you.
Okay. So there is one more platform, is e-commerce, but there is not much time. So my main agenda was there. Let me just clear this thing. Maybe I took a little bit more time in describing platforms. Let me just see this. How digitization helps women empowerment and creates more and more scope to women entrepreneurs. So to start with this, I would like to throw some light on the fact. In the first, second, and third industrial revolution, very large portion of women were excluded from that stream. So there was a very large gap. Now in this fourth revolution, it is the time we all women entrepreneurs should step outward, should join to that entrepreneurship stream, so that we can bridge the gap, the gender gap we can bridge. Actually, women, they score better than in many fields, in leadership skills, in many key skills like problem solving, innovation. Everywhere they outgrew men. But still there are certain things because of which they are not able to step out. For example, there are a lack of digital resources, lack of financial resources, or online safety. This is the main thing. In addition to this, our socio-cultural thinking discourages many women from setting foot in the tech sector. That is the main thing. But I want to say one thing, tech sector is doing a lot of things to change women's life. Now everybody is having a smartphone, Google is there, a lot of things are there. Finance, mentoring, everything on digital platform is available. Like you see OCA here, now I can say in front of me, the two persons are there. And in the background, there are a lot of, in OCF also, there are many persons are there who can mentor a beginner to take how the business can be taken forward. So don't just step back, step outside, step forward and join to the entrepreneurship, this revolution. Otherwise, if in this fourth revolution, women entrepreneurs will not be adding to the stream, then it will be too difficult. This gender gap will be increasing. That is why I urge everybody, please come forward. And now technology is so high, mobile, digital technology are there. You don't need to travel anywhere. You can also acquire your customer. You can reach to many people through digitally. So digital technology is there to take you forward. Just you need to change your perspective. Whatever barriers you think these are an opportunity. Last time also I had given one example. This time, if I can say something about my journey, when I started this journey, I had to work 19-20 hours a day. You think how would my life would be? But still today I am here. I can say I can be of helpful to any woman entrepreneur who needs to implement any digital strategy in their company, in their startup. I am all there to help them. So just give me a call. I am all available. Now my last part is how this OCF platform is helpful to women entrepreneurs in their overall development. So I believe in business, nobody can grow alone. Together only we can grow. Everyone here is having some kind of expertise. And one of the best thing that OCF platform provides, it provides a place where people feel comfortable. Now, while I'm talking, I'm very comfortable. I know everybody and I'm very comfortable. People feel very comfortable sharing their own wins, their achievements, allowing people the opportunity. For a little bit of self-promotion is required. Otherwise, we cannot do business. So, which pretty much guarantees the desire to actively participate in the community also, which OCA provides. Promote yourself, help others, then grow with each other. And this is the actually gratifying experience that OCA platform provides, which I feel. I think I have delivered everything what I have planned. Little bit shortcut. If I get more time, I'll deliver definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mita. That was lovely. I think, a few things that you've already showcased, and as you said, you have many more, but I did want to try to re-emphasize a few points that you made for the benefit of all the other, people on the call. Client first. Yes, that goes without saying. And as you said, at the end of the day, whatever you can do for the client at any time that the client calls you is obviously the first most. Without your customers, without your clients, you don't have a business. Digital, another important one. And as you rightly pointed out, the whole digital revolution today, and that is for our entrepreneurs something to think about. Digital does not only mean e-commerce. E-commerce, yes, for some, it's required, but digital also means how fast you're able to react to your customers and how you're able to expand your market. I think the beauty of digital is you gave this wonderful example of what you built for patients. And did anybody ever think that they will go to a doctor only on on virtual screens? I mean, everybody likes that feeling of sitting in front of a doctor, but now we don't have a choice and we do it, and it's so wonderful. I'm sitting in Bombay, I can now consult a doctor in Odisha or in Delhi very easily. So suddenly for a doctor sitting in Delhi or Odisha, I'm a new customer, right? So the whole digital thing is making it possible for you all to have customers across Odisha, across India as well as the world. So please grab that opportunity, as Mita said. Mita, two questions to you, and that's for the benefit of all our entrepreneurs on the call. You talked about payment platforms. You also talked about e-commerce, which you didn't discuss. In 30 seconds, is it something that you're helping small and medium companies, smaller entrepreneurs to actually get payment gateways, to be able to do business online, or even e-commerce opportunities? Is that something you want to mention?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So when I told digital payment platforms, we have worked with many fintech clients for creating their platforms. And then if you say where I can help the business owners, entrepreneurs to get them their payment gateway, yes, under e-section e-commerce platform, we can actually do all. We only will be needing some documents from themselves, and while providing the e-commerce platform, we will be integrating their credential, everything, and they can, which I didn't actually tell, the e-commerce platform. With our experience in 8 years, we have actually deployed so many e-commerce solutions. Then I thought, which in the last wave of COVID, we found even Kirana stores are there in the gully. They should be also will be able to present their products online. Otherwise, what happens? People will be ordering from Amazon, Flipkart. And what about these guys? They will not be getting any opportunity. They have to shut down their shop, and the situation is worse for them. For that case, we thought, why not creating a platform and where people can go online on a single day. If they have a product catalog, they will be uploading it. Actually, my team is there. They can get the catalog, image and everything. They will upload in the very next day. Their e-commerce platform will be online. And it is very easy to integrate through WhatsApp. What? Because now we are into a group where through WhatsApp we are doing business. They can share the product links, and their buyers can click on the link and they can payment online, and they can order the goods, whether it's a kirana store, whether it's fashion store, any big, any small companies, anybody can avail this. So this is a nice platform.
So all the entrepreneurs on the call, I guess, if I know we've got a few sessions that we did on marketing and e-commerce. A lot of people wanted to know how can we, put up our products on e-commerce. So Mita is one option where you can go and at least she can give you some advice. Whether you can do it, directly yourself. Of course, you can always go and list yourself on Amazon and other sites, but that has its own challenges and own, costs. But you can talk to Mita, and Mita also talked about ERP solutions for SMEs. So wonderful. Mita, you did mention in terms of advice to entrepreneurs, hard work. That's something I picked up, a lot of hard work, and take the advice of mentors. So thank you for that. We have now almost 66 people on the call. I'm sure they'll have some questions for you. We'll come back to you after the other speakers. But request everybody, if you have any questions for Mita or anyone else, please start putting them on the chat box. Thank you, Mita. With that, we'll move to our second speaker, Sanjukta Panda, Mrs. Sanjukta Panda. Welcome, and a quick introduction. I was, going through her CV, and it's extremely interesting. If I had a little chat with her before this session, and as I understand, she got married very, very young. And then did most of her education after that. And if I see the education, it's like 3 post-graduation degrees, an MSc in botany, a master in MBA. Really inspiring that you had, so many degrees, that you were really interested in education. And as we speak, Mrs. Sanjukta is actually also consulting with many education institutes, also advising some of the, schools herself. And the other very interesting aspect is that she did work with the handicraft section and has actually got an enterprise that she had, which was for fashion jewelry making, and also does work for the underprivileged. So a pleasure to have you here. It'll be lovely if you can, talk to the people about all these various interests, and of course, any advice that you can give to our entrepreneurs about your journey, who inspired you, what was your, motivation, and what were some of your challenges?
Good evening, OCM. Thank you, Anjali ma'am, for the introduction. Just a few minutes back or some time ago, I had words with Anjali ma'am, and she told you don't have to tell about your success and about your products or about what you're doing. You tell us about your journey. How could you reach here, and how you reached here, and what are the challenges you faced? Ma'am, I'll be saying that here. This is the first platform I'm saying about my personal things here. But if it is inspiration, if it is an inspiration for all the most of the ladies here, then I'm blessed. So this is Sanjukta Panda here. Yes, got married very young. I was in my graduation, BSc second year. I was giving, my exam was going on, and my dad came and told me, Jia, after a week, you're going to get married. I told, what? After a week? Oh, yes, and I burst into tears, what happening, and what all of a sudden all this, no, everything will go on smoothly as you want to do. But yes, marriage will be there after a week. And I was without mother, and we always respect our father. And I got married, and he said all the facilities will be given to you. Yes, where the home where I came, I didn't know anyone there except father-in-law and mother-in-law, and I didn't know who is the guy I'm getting married. And then I came, and after coming here, father-in-law was collector, and this guy to whom I got married, I said, चलो बुला से पास से exam भी से क्या है, intellectual है, चलेगा. This much is enough for my life. and then and then I did my final year. Then I did my MSc. It was tough. The journey is tough because I was in joint family, and after that I had a baby in a tiny baby. In colleges also I was with a baby. All were unmarried, and I was the only married woman there with a baby. And while doing MBA also, I was with my baby in classroom. All were around, and I was with the mother and a child there in the classroom. So it was all okay for me. And while doing the computer courses at those days, I still remember I was 9 months, pregnant, and I was going like that there in the classroom, and all were like, they were of my age, but again, they were in a different state, and I was this. Um, Everything I accept gracefully, because this is what is taught for me. And about education, I always liked it, so I did it. Yes, there was difficult, because while giving exam, it's not that easy after marriage. Whole night you have to study, like how Mita told, like you have to put hard work. So here is the hard work for the studies. And then getting into business, there was a call from my husband. That time he was in USA, and he called many times. These people tried fashion jewelry at India, but the quality didn't match. Should I take these products and let us try? So then I told, yes, why not? Let us go for it. He got, and then the products what we sent at that time, it matched the quality what they were looking for. And then I'll tell you, there was no looking back for 7 to 8 years. There was we did export for like in weight. It was even after Nalco, our weight was above that. The amount what we used to export, the volume what we used to export. So we did export to London also, and some products were also we have sent to Australia. And then there was like my second daughter, and then all the stress and all, like how Mita said, no food, no sleep, morning 4 or 5 o'clock to till midnight. There were back to back work. A tiny mistake or a tiny negligence would cancel the whole slot order at those days, and it was a heavy loss. It used to be heavy loss. So you need to like thoroughly be in it, as in all other business it happens. So then I changed to academics. Then I told my husband, I want to start a school. Then he told, why don't you go for it? It took 2 or 3 days to do all the registration. And then I started preschool. I was always interested for children and all those. When I came after marriage, the school songbook and the rhyme city and the rhymes, all these were there with me. I don't know, my passion was there. So I started the school, and the place where I am staying, all the aunties and all around, wherever I go, they tell, "Arey tu to arambha kolu, but itte deri re kahe ki kolu? You could have started earlier. Eine kolu, but I told, it's okay. All the good brands were going on around, and I told, I'll take 1 year to get into the market. I'll take only 1 year." And then there were schools for more than 20 years, there were 30 years, there were 15 years, there were like, tough competition. I was totally relaxed. And then, yes, I took a brand because I want to get into the market within a year so that everyone knows about the school. And then after a year, I left that. And then today it is 11th year we are running with it by God's grace. And then we have also started. Another thing I want to tell about the ladies here, or the other business entrepreneurs here. whenever you start any business or any of the products, you have opportunity of putting one or more similar kind of things there, similar kind of enterprise there, similar line. Like if I am into education, chalo school ho gaya, there is school, let me do teachers training. Teachers training again we started, we have already done with 20 batches. It is a 1 year course, it is a 2 year course where ladies they take training. We have ladies from all over the country. We they enroll here. We give a training of 3 months wherever they are, either they are at Bangalore or at Delhi, any location. We gave them training for 3 months to a nearby school, wherever the place they are staying. We give a school nearby to that place. They take training there, and then mostly they are recruited. We call them, and they get observed there. So here in recent years, what I'm seeing, ladies coming up and telling they are working in corporates or in other job. They are just they left job because of family or because of children, but they are not able to sit down at home just like that. They are highly educated, they have worked for so many years, and now they don't want to be like that at home, and they want to work but not full time. It's a half day. So then they started doing this, and they're telling we are feeling so happy that chalo again we got into work, we are working again. So this is a good opportunity for all the ladies. We provide training, teachers training, and I would like to tell here, ladies, that whatever is stored in your life, uh, let it happen, and you kindly don't we should not blame our brothers or father or husbands or father-in-law. My experience, what I'm telling, that they are responsible for your growth or for your into doing not doing this thing or that thing. It is you, it is you, it is your willpower, it is your effort, it is your education. You have to educate yourself. It's not your husband will go and give exam for you, or your brother, or maybe tomorrow your son will restrict you. What I'm seeing, what I'm listening, all these things all these years from ladies around. Now kindly don't blame them. They are there to support you in every way. If they are looking after you for so many things, it is your responsibility, it is our responsibility also to look after them. So it is like, as we say, it's a two wheel. It should be balanced, and appreciate what good is happening, let us appreciate, and what it is not happening, let us work on it. It will definitely happen there. Let us pursue what we like. When we are getting into business, uh, let us learn about it. When we got into jewelries, we learned lot of techniques. We learned the techniques because it was totally new to us. We learned the techniques, and imparting this knowledge to the ladies. There were 50 to 60 ladies at each area, and when we were imparting them, it was like uh, at some point of time we feel, "Arey, ye nahi hoga." No, it will happen, but the highest level of like what we call it, patience uh, learning, that you have to do, then only you can impart to others. You need to have that. About other things I would like to say, um, जो बोलते हैं ना, छोटी सी जिंदगी, हाँ छोटी सी. So this is a life, and this COVID things have given us a lot of learnings to us. Let us be good, let us be honest, let us be genuine in our work. सारे customers, as Mita said, customers is our god. Customers is our everything. Be approachable to them. ऐसा नहीं कि नाइट 10 o'clock और नाइट 12 o'clock it is there, अरे क्यों ऐसा. No, they are our customers. If I am not attending, someone else is there. So you need to approach them. For an entrepreneur, there is no time limit, or nothing is in routine. It is all things are haphazard. Well, this is what about my short journey, and my children are happy today. One more thing I want to add here: never blame your children also. आपके वजह से मेरा ये नहीं हुआ. No, those children, they didn't tell you to stop that. They didn't tell you not to read. They didn't tell you to not to travel. So, ek do baar, they won't be happy. So what happened? Let it be. एक दो बार बच्चे हैप्पी नहीं होंगे, नहीं होगा ऐसे तरह जैसे द वे दे वांट, इट मे नॉट हैपन. इट्स ओके, इट्स वेरी मच ओके. कोई बात नहीं, हमेशा परफेक्ट तो नहीं होगा ना. The things won't be perfect all the time. So don't tell your children, or never tell your spouse or the in-laws or the mother side what experience I have gone through. We should not tell them, because they are not responsible in any way. Agar I'll tell you, when I was as a bride, lot of ladies used to come. अच्छा बीएससी सेकेंड फाइनल इयरटा केमिति हेले भी करि दियो, किछि नले गोटे ग्रेजुएट तो हेइ जिवो ना, फाइनल इयरटा करि दियो, सारि दियो, फाइनल इयरटा फिनिश कर दियो. Why they are telling like this? So bring silent mode. What is going on around? Mute. What it is there inside, invoke it. Usko jagao, ignite that, and then things will fall into place. But you have to educate yourself. Education is important, and knowing about the business is important. Learning new things is important. Do not hesitate to ask. If you don't know, it's fine. We will learn. Learning is that till end. So हमको सीखना है learning. So that will be there forever with us. So this is what, like Anjali ma'am told me to tell. I am not telling about my business anymore here.
No, I can say that you are a consultant, and anybody who wants consulting or training can approach you. But thank you so much, Ms. Sanjukta. I think that was truly so inspirational, and such a, I have to say, positive attitude. I think that is something which everybody, can benefit from. So thank you for your journey.
Yes, ma'am. And about business, I would like to tell, it's a cute. My school is Cutie Kids Preschool. We are giving education from nursery to standard 2. Many approach were there from my other investors to scale up for higher classes. I told no. This will be only about preschool education, otherwise things get diluted. I want to only concentrate about child psychology from 3 years to 7 years. And we are getting students all over the country, because now there are no boundaries because of this pandemic. And it's teachers training, it's Unitech Center for Professional Training. We have another college. So there we
You can also share your details on the WhatsApp group. Please,
yes.
This platform is meant for that. So please do share your details, and people can reach out to you, not just the people here, but the 200 odd people who are on that group. So please.
And one more thing, I would like to thank Sibakant sir here, Sibakant. He was after me for months. Whenever I used to go to OCF, there were 400, 500, 100 conversations, 100 messages. Ma'am, ye nahi hua. Ma'am, it is like, and Ashish is here. I don't know him. So there were 2 to 3 persons from OCF who were continuously after, isko dena hai, isko. I am really thankful to OCF. Really, I am blessed to be here, because of those people, because of those friends, because of those colleagues here, I can say I am here. And now I have started reading those messages, because again, a lot of groups and all, and OCF is doing really good follow-up and bringing all together with very less time. Other groups, they are there from 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. This is just I think 1 year. 1 year, it is 1 year or 1.5 years. And you see the members and the participation, cooperation. Thank you very much, sir, also for it.
It only becomes a success because people participate. So thank you. In fact, OCF is also an entrepreneurship, right? And so I guess the message that we take from OCF is to be persistent, and then you will succeed. From your perspective, I think the other important thing, and we will connect with you, one thing that OCF is also talking about is a lot of women stop working either because of marriage, or education, etc. When they want to make a comeback, they can either come back and become entrepreneurs like you've shown, or they can come back and then also start working again. So that's lovely, but we will connect with you later to see how we can do a little more on that one. Thank you so much for your sharing your journey and being so honest about it. I can also tell you from personal experience, my own mother got married exactly like you when she was still doing her final year. And she did her MSc when I was in my 10th standard, I think. So that late in life, and then decided to become a teacher. But it sets a wonderful example for the next generation. So you're doing something wonderful for not only for yourself, but also for the next generation. So that is what all of us as entrepreneurs and mothers are doing. So we should be proud of what we're achieving. Thank you. We'll come back with questions as the group posts it. But over to you, Dr. Sasmita, to introduce the next two speakers.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am, and I welcome you all to the OCF Women's Entrepreneurship Talk today. And I'm here to introduce Ms. Vedika, and our next speaker for today's program. Vedika is the CEO and founder of DRRBK Fashion Private Limited. Vedika, I'm glad to meet you because we belong to the same business community, the fashion business. I would just like to tell everyone that, the word fashion seems to be very, very easy going. A lot of students come to the college and say that they only thought about the fashion show, the ramp and everything. So much of hard work that goes behind the scene, behind the creativity, it is immense. And this business is not an easy business. And Vedika is here today to share her journey, and we would like to listen from you. And one of the toughest business I know, Vedika, to deal with the clients, to deal with the order, execution, delivery timelines. I think let us listen from her. And at such a young age, you've been the CEO. What an inspiration, Vedika. I welcome you to this program and would love to hear from you. So the stage is all yours. Now we would like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sashmita, for such a lovely introduction. Thanks a lot. I'm really glad to be here. So as you said, the fashion industry is absolutely a very competitive and a very difficult industry, one of the most difficult industry. Especially the retail industry is very difficult. From the outside, it looks very glamorous. It looks very easy to go. It just looks like, oh, there are fashion shows, there are models going on, but like no one knows the work that goes behind it every single day for hours, for like endless hours, starting from the morning to the evening, coordinating everything, starting from the designing of the products to the manufacturing of the products, then getting it to the customers. It's like a huge process. The designs have to be perfect, and then the manufacturing of the designs have to be according to the design given to the manufacturer, and then the product should come out like that, or else there are like several changes in like one design. There are like 100 changes, and like as an entrepreneur we have to get 100 changes done in just one product, and then getting the shoot done of the product, and then getting the product in front of the customers in a way. So like I am just 20 and I started when I was 19. I started last year. It's been 1 year exactly since I started. And due to the pandemic, it's also been like a big hurdle because of the shoots and all. And in fashion business, you have to get your shoots done properly. So everything was virtual for me. I had to get my product photo shoot done virtually, completely one day, a virtual photo shoot, and then presenting those products in front of the customers in a way that the customers really get attracted to the products. So the retail fashion industry and creating a fashion brand in such a competitive market is very difficult. But I just learned one thing: if I know inside me that I can do it and I have the will to do it, I know for sure that, I will do it, and that's what keeps me going. I also am currently studying in Narsi Munji College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai. So with managing my academics and managing this together, it's been like a roller coaster ride, but it's absolutely been an amazing journey for me, because since I was 7 years old, I didn't think of becoming a doctor or an engineer. I always dreamt of becoming an entrepreneur and a fashion entrepreneur, because like since the very beginning I was very fascinated with fashion, and like I really liked the glam of the industry, and like the industry is beautiful no matter how hard it is. The industry is really beautiful. Plus, when you get the right team and when you get the right set of people, it is like an amazing journey. It took me like 7 or 8 months to find the right team for myself and to plan and execute everything. But I got an amazing team, and I am very lucky to have such an amazing team. Honestly, touch wood. So, you know, every huge fashion brand right now has like a huge marketing budget. But for us, like as a small brand that we are just growing and we are entering the market, we had to research a lot and we had to resort to ways to market our product properly and put it in front of the world in the budget that we have, and we are kind of becoming successful in it. We are selling our product in like a huge multi-designer store called Asmira. It's in Delhi, and we are also about to sell in very huge stores, luxury stores, soon after the lockdown ends. So, like just 2 weeks after my brand launched, I got approached by a few multi-designer stores to sell my products there, and it was like a huge breakthrough for me. So, like our products are all handcrafted and all designed by us, and like the response that we have been getting is amazing till now, and it like really motivates me. And whenever like things don't work out, or like I feel low, what keeps me going is where I want to be one day, which is I want to take a fashion brand based in Bhubaneswar, Odisha, worldwide. I want to take it to a global level, and I want to take it to a global luxury level, to the global luxury market. When we go out, we always prefer buying international brands like Dior, Louis Vuitton, or Michael Kors. But why not an Indian brand? Why not an Indian accessory brand? So that is my vision, to make Bhubaneswar a fashion capital of India, and to take my brand from Odisha and from India worldwide. That has been my dream since forever, and we are really working on it, and we'll be soon available worldwide through our website, thanks to the digital era. That has been really helpful. And the pandemic has been a hurdle, but then we knew that we want to get there, so we try to like find solutions to every hurdle that we have. And one day, and like we are taking it by each day, and we are fulfilling every dream of ours, and we are ticking off every goal slowly and slowly to take our brand worldwide.
Thank you, Vedika. It's been such an inspiring that at
I
such
just
a
want
young
to
age, such a
Thank
young
you.
age,
I
such
just
a
want to
young age.
conclude by just saying one more line. So, like when you have a passion for something and when you are desired and determined to do something, you really can. There's no age limit to for reaching your dreams. You can do it at 18 and you can also do it at 60. There's no age limit. 18 and 60, it's equal. It's just your passion you have to fulfill, your determination that you have to it depends on your determination, completely your determination, and you can get there.
Absolutely, Vedika. Absolutely. There's no
Thank
doubt
you.
about it. The energy level that you have at this age to take to the international forum. I just, from the bottom of my heart, I just bless you that very soon you would reach there. Also,
Thank
Vedika
you so
would
much.
like to know what
Yeah.
is the specialty, what category of the textile or the apparel or the fashion that you deal with? If you could just highlight on those.
Sure, sure. So, ma'am, we have two brands under our company. One label is Ornate and one is Floor by VK. So, Ornate is an Indian accessory brand, and we create handcrafted potlies and clutches. They are all hand embroidered, and they are all premium silk fabric or the premium velvet fabric, and they are all hand embroidered with intricacy and by the best artisans possible. And our goal is to create employment in the whole country, and like create opportunities for a lot of young talent, let it be designers or let it be the artisans. And Flow by VK is like a handbag brand, and we aim to make it vegan and sustainable. So a lot of people don't know about the sustainable leather till now, but we are trying to create awareness about in India. Like there's Pinatex, which is made of pineapple. There's Deserto, which is made of cactus. So we are using those materials to make handbags which are very sustainable, and it is non-animal cruelty. So it's completely animal cruelty free. So I personally believe in no animal cruelty, and that is the vision that I'm taking ahead in my brands as well. No animal cruelty at all. And I'm trying to make it as stylish as possible, sustainable yet stylish. That is like my whole agenda, that I have to make it sustainable yet very stylish. The combination is very difficult to get.
Wonderful, Vedika. Also would like to know the copyright issues, because that's been one of the major when we're talking about the design field. You create something by today afternoon, by evening you see that your designs are copied. So how do you deal with that? If you could just address that.
Yeah, sure. That is one whole major issue that we really deal with every single month. So when we take out a collection, we see next week some other brand taking out the collection. So we just started up, like Ornate just launched like in April, on April 1st. I launched it on Utkal Divas because Odisha is very near and dear to my heart. So we see a lot of bigger brands trying to copy it. So what we do is we try to inculcate something that they can't really understand and they can't really copy. We really try to inculcate something in our designs which is very difficult to copy. They won't understand what technique that we are using here. So we source different materials from different places, and we put those materials together, and it's like a huge issue because it really happens in the fashion industry every time. And like when like I was supposed to launch Ornate, I had launched the social media page before 2 months. So someone else also came up with the same name. I'm so sorry, there's been like a power cut issue, so I might not be visible. So with like the same name for like apparels, someone else came up with the same name and an Instagram account. So it was like kind of very difficult for us to deal with it. But then like there are a lot of protective rights these days. We had our trademark name, so there was nothing really much to be scared about. And like there's like an originality of the design. So what we believe in, a copy is always a copy and an original is always an original. And from our side, we really take a lot of steps to, like make sure that no one copies our designs further.
Thank you so much, Vedika. Also would like to know, do you have everything in-house, your hand embroidery and your sampling, your production, you have everything in-house, or you get it done from outside?
So right now we are in contract with like a lot of embroidery artisans. So it's like not completely in-house, but we give them the contract and they make it for us. But the designing is in-house. The designing is completely in-house. Rest right now we are having a contract, but soon we are planning to make it in-house in Odisha itself. So here are some of my products.
Okay, the portly bags. Okay.
Yeah, the portly bags. These are all handcrafted.
Wonderful. Do you use a lot of brocaded fabrics? We use
less of brocade and like a lot of raw silk and
Okay.
embroidery on it
Yes.
to make it completely handcrafted. So
Very
these are
nice.
like the embroidered pieces.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Vedika. It's been wonderful talking
Thanks
to
a
you, and
lot.
what an inspiration! What an inspiration! So much of energy in you. God bless you, and we'd like to see you very soon, reaching to the international forum. So
Thank
thanks
you
a
so
lot.
much.
Thanks a
Thanks for
lot.
having me here. It was really great. And
We'll
thank
have the
you for,
question answers probably in the end, and I would
yeah,
request all the participants if you have any question to drop in to the chat box.
sure.
Uh, so thank you.
Thank
We'll move
you.
on to our next speaker for tonight. Anjali ma'am, should I introduce the next one? Yeah, yes. So the next speaker for today is Ankita Sahu. Hi Ankita, welcome to the forum today.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
It
Good evening, Ankita.
feels it feels
Uh,
extremely good to be here and to be with all these incredible ladies, and they've been sharing their stories. I've been listening patiently to
yes.
each one of you, and I feel extremely inspired from everybody, and I can completely relate being in the same train. So I can.
Yes,
And
Ankita,
thank you,
I
Shashmita ma'am and Anjali ma'am and everybody to, for introducing us so warmly. And also, I think the rest of my panelists, I think I was hearing to everybody's stories, and I completely could relate at some point of time, being a woman and being an entrepreneur. I can completely understand the kind of setbacks and challenges one goes through. So, and also like my dear friend Vedika, she literally talked about, why are we not creating brands in India? That is the question. The question is that we are using foreign brands. Can we not create our own amazing brands that, the world can go around? So I think even I thought of that, but my industry is food chain industry. So I focused on that. And I think when Vedika mentioned, Louis Vuitton and all these Dior bags and all of them, they're not cruelty free bags, but they're selling in, tons and tons of money. So I think going vegan is a very good step, Vedika. Good luck for that. And okay, starting with my story, I think
Yeah, Ankita, I would like to share. I was just going through your a brief profile in your LinkedIn, and I was so excited to tell you that she's such a multi-talented, brilliant in her career, with so much, at such a young age, you've managed to do so many things, Ankita. So it's brilliant. I was just thinking, the people today of your age, when we were there, probably of your age, we were only focusing on certain, and hats off to you guys. Are you managing with so many things and multi-talented? So the forum is all yours, Ankita. You could just start with your journey or experience in this particular as an entrepreneur.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the compliment. And I think I would give all of the credit to definitely being inquisitive. I think what the very first word of being an entrepreneur is being inquisitive and being out there. You gotta, like when people say that, oh my God, I don't want more problems in my life, the entrepreneur goes the other way and he's like, I want to find problems because I want to solve them, because that is what gives an idea at the end of the day, right? So if I would talk about my story, I think at a very early age, I used to go to the office with my father, and also with my mother. They used to work in the same company, our own business. So, and I would just sit and watch them that, oh my God, what are they doing? And I would be very curious about it. And all of it, I would have several questions in my head. And then each Sunday when we used to go to dine out, just to spend a little bit of family time, and I would think, I would look at the restaurants and the cafes, and the hotels, and I would be very amused by it. I was very much amused by hospitality and, the food chain industry. So I've been a foodie from a very start, and I think all of us ODRs can relate to that. So I would always, and I would tell my dad that when my dad would ask me one day, what do you want to be? And then I would be like, I want to have a food chain brand, right? So at and then I would study these KFC and then different types of, case studies about KFC or Domino's and all of that. And I would always think that why do we not have our own brand? I mean, why does Odisha not have its amazing food chain brand? When we have amazing local cuisine, and I think it needs to be taken to the global level, the national level first, and then the global level. So I think the journey of entrepreneurship started while I graduated from my bachelor's, and I was a little clueless. Okay, I was clueless about the fact that what is it that I'm really passionate about? What is it that I really, would love to do for my life, and something that I can bring change towards, something that I can contribute towards, when it comes to society. So, and then at that point of time, I would, during the last lockdown, and I know all of us were cooking different recipes, watching from YouTube, and we were like really excited about new recipes. So I started, trying different recipes. And then I realized that this is something that makes me happy. And then I thought, well, I can gradually know that this is something that I'm passionate about. What about I just turn it into a business plan? And that is what I did. So after that, I mean, at first it was difficult to convince your parents, because obviously they're expecting you to go the conventional way, like at first do some job or go for MBA, and then later go for all of this. So it was kind of difficult to convince them that I actually want to do this, and it is a little unconventional. So the very funny way I explained my dad was that, look, you're anyway going to invest in sometime later in my marriage. How about we make a deal that you invest now, I'm going to give you some profit, and then that thing you won't even get a return. So, and this is the best way I could just, and then he laughed at it. He was like, you don't have to tell me that for me to invest. So, and then he started laughing. I was like, don't worry, I'm always up for it. So, and then I started making the business plan. So I think where, as a young entrepreneur, where I faced challenges was, when you're in that path, okay, you do not know how to go about it. You do not know the structure of entrepreneurship, or how does a firm function inside, and you do not know that where to start from, and what are the procedures that are to be followed, and all of this. So I think this is where my father introduced me to OCF, I think on 4th, somewhere in the month of January, in this year 2021. So I think I came, and I was sitting, and I over there, everybody was 40 at the age group of older, and I was like, okay, all of these businessmen and women out here, I have so much to learn from them, and I think this is the right place I am at. So what happened, I asked a question to sir, HK sir, and like Guru sir, that like I have faced a problem that in Odisha we can have an amazing research, market research firm, so that we can study the demand of the market, right? So starting a food chain brand is not just about starting it anyway, because you need to study the consumer psychology, the trend, what works with people, what doesn't work with people, what do the people want. So you have to build that bridge between the demand and supply, right? So in order to give people exactly the kind of food that they want, it was important for me to study them, and get to know their perspective. So I started collecting certain feedbacks, and then I started also going in restaurants, and I would just sit for hours just to read people, and just come and talk to them, talk to the manager, and all of that. So this was like process. I am still doing it, because I think being an entrepreneur, it is very important to keep learning and keeping to improve your game. For example, there will be a lot of competitors, there will be a lot of the trends will come and they'll go. So being from a marketing background, I believe that building a brand comes from a very to understand your brand strategy, to understand your customers, to understand how they think and what they want. So I think this is one place that I faced, some issues. So which I would like to suggest that, we can have an amazing research firm which can give us amazing information on which the decisions can be taken. So then secondly, I think I did mention certain points here as well. And I think the other one was that being aware of the, like having a financial awareness is extremely important for an entrepreneurship, because if you are looking at MSME acts and different types of, acts that are being, implemented for the benefit of these entrepreneurs, whether women entrepreneurs or just male entrepreneurs. So I think it was very important to, have a source where people can suggest you. So I think this can also be another good idea where, according to your company or an enterprise, we can have a platform where people can suggest you, who are financially aware about all these acts and, everything. So I think OCF gave an amazing, amazing idea about this at this platform. So this was it. And then by the time I was done that, yes, I want to have a food joint brand, and I want it to be a little different than a normal food joint brand. So I saw that during the lockdown, there were so many restaurants that were closed, and they were going through a huge number of loss, and one of the major point of loss was the fixed rent, the rent that they were paying, because they were not earning as much as they were paying. So I thought of, what if there is no fixed rent? And this is when I came up with the idea of, why not have your own food truck, which can change its location when needed. So have a chain of it, and then you can have a brand about it, right? So I thought that this is the best possible way I can reach out to people and also give them something different. So now I was like, why would people come to me? I mean, what is different about our brand that other food trucks don't give? Then I was like, definitely number one point would be the food itself, because the food that they will be trying at our brand is something that they haven't tried. It's not a normal Chinese cuisine or anything. It is a local experimental fusion food. So for example, if I'll give you one idea about of one like menu list. Okay, have you thought, we all Odias know about kakras, right? How many of us love it? We all love it, right? So exactly. And then I thought of the fact that, why not create something like chicken kakra? So I came up with the idea that, yeah, exactly. So, and then I started experimenting, and then we have come up with some types of, different types of food and something that is experimental. So when I was studying about KFC, Domino's and Starbucks and all different, let's talk about Indian brands like Chayos and Wow Momos. These people, one thing I noticed was their brand stood out because their products were unique, their products were new. So this is what I thought, why not, I'm gonna give them something that they don't get anywhere. And that is how the USP of the brand stands. And also definitely for the hygiene. So because a lot of people do not eat from food trucks, being scared about the hygiene, right? So I thought that I'm going to take the best care of, that our employees maintain the best of the hygiene. So that one, those two things I thought of. And then gradually, while I was moving around, now I was scared. I mean, I was a little skeptical about how to make a business plan, right? Because while I was going through YouTube, and I was like, okay, there are so many, videos about how to make a business plan and how what all to do, and for that you need to do a research. And this is where I think we all can work into that. I think a lot of entrepreneurs at my age face a problem regarding the data, right? The kind of data that we need. So we need a good market research firm in Bhubaneswar or in Odisha to help all the entrepreneurs out there about getting the data, and so that they can launch something. So I think one important thing, being from a marketing, a student from a marketing background, is that a lot of startups fail because of the fact that they do not do a very detailed market analysis before launching the product, because there's always a time and the kind of strategies, what works, what doesn't work, and from different cultural point of view also. From, like, if for example, if something works in Odisha, doesn't mean it might work in Gujarat. It may not, so we have to change accordingly there. So all of this is like very detailed. I will not go that much into the detail. So, and then what happened that I made a business plan, and this was mostly because of YouTube, whatever I learned from YouTube or internet or all of that, or looking at different business plans. But I think what OCF can also help these entrepreneurs with is to help them create a realistic business plan as well. So all of that, and then a little bit of guidance and mentoring is required from the people who are already in the industry, who have done the trial and error, and also who can tell you what works and what doesn't work, so that we can save our time on not implementing the same mistakes. So I think that one thing. And then finally in February, so what happened, I was selected for the SPGen Global Business Management course for like 3 countries that they have. So but then at that point of time, deep inside, and then we had paid like the registration fees in the Australian dollars and everything, and at that point of time, deep inside in my heart, I had this voice that no, Ankita, don't go for this, you have something else in life for you. And that one voice, that I don't know what exactly was, that inner voice, it kept me, and then I let go of that opportunity. So I said, Dad, I have to take the risk to let this go, because I have some other calling for me and I have to work for that. And then what I thought of, when I also worked in Ajita, the NGO that is run by Miss Aprajita madam. So while I was there, I noticed a lot of things, that these women, financial independence is one of the biggest important thing for every woman, and it should be, right? So at that point of time, I noticed that these women are suffering in marriages that with domestic violence. I'm talking about the lower strata. So they were suffering and all of that, and then I realized that they do not have an income source, right? So I thought, why not have a team of these women who can actually help in also my business, and I can help them get the employment, and that way we can actually help each other, empower each other. So in that point of time, I thought I am going to make a team of women, and I'm going to give them the opportunity so that they can arise from the torture and the pressure that they go through, because they're not financially independent. So, and this is something that I thought that for the societal approach, so this is what I could do. And then I talked to them, and then and they were really happy. They were very happy, and they were like, we'll love to do it. And then that way, some way or the other, we are helping and contributing to the GDP, right, at the end of the day. So economics also has been one of my favorite subjects. So I think this is, and then we launched Infinity Chain Enterprises, which is the parent company, and there is the name of our brand is Gobble Cart, right? So getting it trademarked, to getting it also the web designs, to the brand strategies, to the launch and everything. So one slight something happened in March. So we were about to launch on 31st of March, and I was all done that, yes, all the strategies are set, the design of the truck is all ready, everything is done, people all appointed, and everything was ready. So only the trademark we were working upon. So what happens is that at 12:30, I was in my office working on the trademark. And then all of a sudden, I get a call from the truck driver. And then he tells me that, ma'am, the truck has, it has met with an accident. And I was at that point of time, my father was out of station since 2 months. So I would go to the office, sit and work for the company, I mean his business, and then my business sidewise. So it would be like that. And at that point of time, I was like, we were I was shocked that what happened and how did everything happen. And then I had to rush to the place. So, and then I reach that place, and then I see that the truck is completely inverted, and I see that, oh my God, this is something I wasn't expecting. And at that point of time, another voice came in my head that, Ankita, right now you can either cry about it, or you can do something to, help the situation or to make it better. So I chose the second one. I was like, I will cry about it later once I've handled everything. So I was like, let's just, and then I called the insurance company, got the FIR done, and my father was not there. So I did it all by myself at that point of time. So, and then, yeah, it was kind of difficult because I was new to this. I did not know anything about how things go by. So getting everything done that day and then getting it all fixed. So that one day, it made me realize that choosing the path of entrepreneurship means that you are choosing the path of risk and setbacks as well. So if there are risks, there are setbacks, there will be times when you will feel that, oh my God, this is not working and things are not working out, everything is failing. But that is the path that you have chosen. So you have to, just like we would accept success and the everything with open arms, we need
Yes,
to
Ankita,
also accept.
yes, Ankita. I think such a wonderful and inspiring thing. And what I like the best is the deal that you made with your dad. And the beautiful smile that you have. Keep smiling always. Things would come up and down, but never lose that beautiful smile on your face. That what actually makes us move ahead always. I have always been looked up as what may come. I've always been a very cool guy. In the college, I handle students with beautiful smile. So that is what everybody compliment me. And that is what I could see, Ankita. It's a wonderful smile on your face. Keep that always, and you will succeed a lot. Another thing that I liked about it, that you spoke about, is the connecting the Odia food to the giving a new name to the form. Brilliant, because this is what the new generation would like. They would not like to have the old traditional food, but connecting, combining them with the new things. Yes, that is what they would love to. They would love to go. They would definitely love to try new things, and this is what exactly you've been doing it. And there are a couple of other things like handling at such a young age your dad's business and your business, and the strategy, the plan that you're working out is amazing, Ankita. And I think all the participants here should take a lot of inspiration when she could do it at this, at her age. The kind of strategic plan that she's been making, every bit of it in the business, to the trademark. Have you registered trademark, Ankita?
Yes, ma'am. That is the first thing I was doing, because you are
Yes,
creating a
that's
brand.
it.
You are creating a
Absolutely.
brand. That's the very first thing you should get
Yes,
done.
that's the first thing. That's the first thing that you
I
should
did not
always be doing
disclose
it.
my logo till I did not make a trademark.
Absolutely correct. Yes,
So
correct. And since you were doing your management course with the marketing, and it's very helpful for you. And I think over to Anjali, ma'am, you could just conclude. And I had a wonderful evening today with all the participants and with you, Anjali, ma'am, and OCF. Thank you, everybody. Brilliant, all our speakers today. And maybe we'll have many more discussions. Thank you,
thank you,
everyone.
ma'am. Thank you so much for the, addressing everybody. And, I think it was a wonderful session, a lot of learning. And I think in case I can help out anybody, any aspiring entrepreneur or anybody, I would definitely love to, because I know being there and, doing everything all by yourself, it takes a lot of time. So I think I would love to extend my hand. And I also think that, I'll end up with, one line that that I think a lot of people would agree to, that entrepreneurship is definitely like one of the most unconventional things, and people will always tell you that you cannot. But I think one of the greatest inventions were once considered that they cannot happen. So I think it took people to go against. So sometimes you have to go against certain things if you have to create something big. So go for it. Believe in yourself. Even if there's nobody standing up for you, you are there. And failure is a part of it. It is a part of the journey. Accept it and move ahead. Thank you
Anjali,
so
ma'am,
much.
if you have a minute, can I just share one small thing?
Please do, please.
Actually, what we do in the college also, we have an entrepreneurship course for all the design students. Now, what we do with them is that the faculty gives them, they say, you have 500 rupees today. and you cook something yourself and you're selling it in the campus. Now, whoever does the maximum will get an award. And you'll not believe the student, the college turns out to be such a nice place the evening. All the students, they combine 2-3 students, they cook something on their own, they come in the cell, and the kind of, they have the taglines, the kind of the jingles that they put, they make the all kind of entrepreneurship skills to sell the product. And at the end of the day, that 500 rupees, sometimes a student go up to sell up to 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 rupees. So just out of the entrepreneurship skills. So I think a lot of colleges do encourage the students in the college itself to become an entrepreneur. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sasmita. Anything that you want to say, wrap up before I wrap up?
No, ma'am, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think you're encouraging entrepreneurship also on your campus. So that is wonderful. And for those who don't know, Dr. Sasmita is also the dean of her campus and is doing wonderful work with in textiles and handloom, and has promised me that as part of OCF, she's going to be doing something for our weavers, and the handloom industry back in Odisha. She's already done a lot. You got the IP, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Sasmita, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You got the IP registered for
yes,
Patachitra, right?
The GI registered for the Patachitra painting of Raghurajpur in the underside. Absolutely. And we got it for Konarak stone carving and the Pipli craft of applique. So all these 3 crafts, we have done it. Wonderful. And it's been more than 10 years. But the sad part is, ma'am, they did not do after 10 years, a registration. Oh. So I don't know whether it's now in the public domain or they have done it or not, because they've done it with a lot of, because it was just about to happen in 2008 when we took it up, this one. And with great difficulty, we could do it.
Lovely.
Yes.
Let's take it up with Dr. Lipika. We'll connect.
Excuse me, ma'am. Anjali ma'am, hello.
Yes.
Can I just suggest one thing to Sashmita ma'am? I mean, when she was talking about this, trademark and all of that, and how to avoid the fact that, so that somebody doesn't copy your work. Yes. I think right now, if you would have heard about NFT, it is trending a lot in America. So I think NFT is something that, digitally you can, it is like that only. Digitally, you can secure your work, whether it's your design or something, so that nobody can, copy the same design. Yes. And, it is not changeable at all. So something that can work for you. So I think you can look for it and it will help you out.
Sure. NFTs and cryptos will take a long time to get there, but yes, that definitely.
Definitely, ma'am, I completely agree.
And, thank you so much, everyone. And I just want to be respectful that people had time blocked probably only till 5:30. So lots of, I think it'll be difficult to summarize, but I'll try and pick 1 or 2 points each. And people who've heard the session and who've not, we've got it recorded. But so much to learn from each of these journeys, and so it's inspirational. I don't think we did this on purpose, but we have, 2 people who are, slightly more established, though Meeta is actually somewhere in between in terms of, if I were to say in terms of seniority and in terms of youngsters, because she also has only 8 to 10 years experience, and then 2 absolute freshers, which is so good to see, that the inspiration and motivation to do something like this. I wish I could ask you many more questions, but unfortunately we are out of time. But please do share with, other youngsters, because we want to see more people fresh out of college really thinking of entrepreneurship as a profession. It just doesn't have to be, doing a job. As Vedika said, she didn't want to be a doctor, she didn't want to be an engineer, that's fine. But even if you don't do those, most people still want to do some job, right? Nobody walks out of college saying, I want to be an entrepreneur and that's going to be my sort of, my profession or my, journey to start making money. And it's lovely to see that. We want to see more from Odisha. We had, if I just think about, go back to the speakers, Vedika, of course, again, since I'm, talking about you, I guess from you, the big thing that I took away at least is to dream big. And I think, everything else will follow. Your passion for sustainability and, staying away from, whether it's animal cruelty or other things, again, very inspiring for somebody sort of your age. And I'm only picking things which will be a message for everybody else. Think big, and then you'll get there. again from the last speaker and last not the least, Ankita, I think problem statement. Yeah, lovely to hear you saying that every startup starts because of a problem statement, right? So start thinking about, what is the problem out there, and you can get an idea, it can take you into becoming an entrepreneur. You talked about USP. I think every entrepreneur needs to think about, USP is your unique selling point. So think about what is it that you are doing which is different, which is unique, right? Like Ankita was giving a different version to the same snack that we are used to. So think of what is unique and, mention it. I think the other important thing which you said, and I think even Sanjukta mentioned, is don't get disappointed when there are setbacks. You can't always succeed. So there will be some setbacks. Hopefully the financial loss is not so big that you can't, continue your journey. But, it was amazing how, Sanjukta said that she actually overcame that, put that aside, and started something completely different. Sanjukta, from you, I think the biggest inspiration has been it's never too late. You can always, start your journey whenever you want. You can keep changing and shifting and keep trying things, and your passion to succeed. The other thing that you mentioned, which is important also, is you said that think of allied services around. So I like that point, the way you said you have a school, then you started saying, okay, now let's train teachers. Let's start, you personally started consulting other education firms. So how can you increase your own brand by doing not just what you're doing, but thinking of things around it? That is another, I guess, message for all the, entrepreneurs. And then am I missing out anyone? Meeta, of course. And Meeta, from Meeta, the whole digital journey and embracing digital, which I think is important for all of us. It will also help the entrepreneurs to get new customers and new channels, I think. And of course, the client first piece, which Meeta started with. And the most last, not the least, is STEM. We need to see more women doing, technology. So Meeta, keep inspiring more women to get into STEM. Thank you all. I hope for the audience, again, as always, you've got, some new idea, something, here or there would have triggered a thought. I will leave by closing that OCF is, Ankita talked about some of the things because she's also worked with the OCF for a little bit, but some of the things that OCF is doing, which will help you. We're creating a repository of all the, for example, on the financing side, what are the sources of financing? Where can you go? If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a woman versus a man, or if you're A industry versus B industry. So that's something we're putting together. Anybody on this call who can, contribute to that and contribute by actually putting in time, ideas we have. We want somebody who will start writing up the stuff and giving it to us. We would appreciate that. Second thing, which obviously we are already doing, is creating this platform so you can reach into each other. And the last not the least is mentors. All of you talked about the importance of having a mentor or a consultant. We will have formal consultants also listed on OCF who you can go and reach out to them and actually pay them and do it. But we also have people like us, including the 4 entrepreneurs today, who have freely said that they are willing to mentor other entrepreneurs. So that is another very important thing that OCF is doing. So please do make use of that, and please volunteer if you want to be an entrepreneur or a consultant. That's how we will keep this whole growth story that we've initiated in Odisha going. Lovely to see how people are so happy and so free with the advice that they're giving and coming and joining this platform. Thank you all. Without you all, the platform wouldn't exist. So thank you very much, and have a lovely weekend, and look forward to seeing you all again maybe tomorrow for the next session and also next weekend.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am.